All right, Shalom. This is Sharma Shrella, Elijah Kemp, located in Jasper, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like to praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son, in the perfect true Hebrew tongue, the Bela Hebrew tongue, Last Rakadash, Holy tongue. Call, Halam La, Yahweh, Bashim Ashai, Bashim, Habrakah, Kodash Ma'amoth. Also, double to the elders, Apostle GMS, and double honors to my elder as well, Ahara Mashrella, Peace and blessing 1/3, and citation for elect. It's gonna be a quick little lesson going on. I already did a lesson going on. Immaculate conception. How Shai was not immaculately conceived. That was made up. That was put into doctrine around 325, the Nicene Creed, man. So that's a part of the Catholic and Christian churches. And simply that name Christian. Christ, go back to Krishna. Ultimately, it's supposed to be Hamashiach. Where you see Jeebus, or where you see Christ, you're supposed to see Yahweh Shah Hamashiach. But this is English. This is our captivity. This is Babylonian captivity, and this is America. Spiritually Babylon, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, Rome reincarnated. And so nonetheless, this lesson is going on. The Joseph and Mary, they laid together to have Yahushua. That's how you get flesh. You have to a man's to give his seed to a woman, and it incubates the actual vessel that Yahweh allows to create in a woman's womb. So that's how Yahushua was here. So that being thrown out the book just because Esau's weird obsession with that, and now Jake, then that has to be cut, So I'm just gonna do it because it's an edifying little lesson, a little with it. I'm gonna get this is Matthew chapter 1, Shalakia, verse 20. It says, no, I'm sorry, verse 19. It says, now the birth of Yahushua Mashiach was on this wise, when as his mother was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with a child of the Holy Spirit. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and willing not to make her a public example, and the reason why he didn't want to make his wife a public example, because he knew her, he laid with her, he had sex with her, he popped her, and that's how our baby was born. That's common knowledge, but Esau want to take that out of the equation. Of course, the Lord, he can do whatever he please. He can raise up rocks to raise them, but that's not how it happened, because Yahushua was made a little lower than an angel. He was allowed to heal, resurrect, walk on water, turn water into wine. But he did it while he was in the flesh. That's what made the sacrifice so special, because Yahushua cried. He was actually in the flesh. He felt what regular humans feel, regular Jake feel. That's what made the sacrifice so special. And he did it for 1/3 of our people in the elect. That believe on the name Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. It says that, so I'm gonna read one more time. It says that Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately. So ultimately, yeah, if you're not dealing with if you don't have a house with a woman, if you're not leaving your mother father and having your own place, and you get a woman, you're not put normally. In these times, it was around what before even Yahushua was born. So 1 AD, the Lord was born around like 3 AD. So around the common era, man, right at the start AD. Um, Nonetheless, yeah, you would put away the woman because you supposed to have a house with her, you know. But of course in them times, so he was finna put her away, but nah, it came in a vision. Verse 21, it says, and I shall bring. So like verse 20 is, but while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary, thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. So come, man. So instead of putting it away, putting his wife away, he's gonna keep the child, Yahushua, the Messiah, and, he's gonna keep Mary, and he's gonna wait till the Holy Spirit. He's gonna wait till Yahushua is born, and he was born in a manger. They couldn't find a place in the inn, because it was around the time of the Passover, around the time of spring when Yahushua was born. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going with this. This just a quick cut on how humans are made. Basically any mammals. It says Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. It says, I myself also am a mortal man, like to all in the offspring of him, that which was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood. We talking about the incubation period, the womb. Uh, you know, well, I'm keep reading of the seed of man, the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. So Khan ultimately says that's how you get a baby. That's how Yahweh was able to get him, because Joseph had sex with Mary, and his Yahweh's spirit was preordained, his angel, to be in that vessel and to be the Holy One of Israel. And this is the one that's going into why why Joseph didn't want to make Mary. I mean, why he was thinking about not making Mary his wife in a public example. This is Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. Speaking on that time in times of old, it says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. So ultimately, once they have, once they, once you pop each other, um, it says, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they'll become one flesh. They're gonna have their own house, tent, and everything. And yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Once you're a wife, once you're the only way to mate a woman, your wife, is to have sex with her, man. You know. So that's how it was in times old. That's how it should be now. If you're like a virgin, or anything. So, if you lie with a virgin, that's your wife. It's of course it's different now, just cause you know we all filthy, man. That's why we need to get out of here. And this place need to be destroyed. You know, be a calm. And this is another scripture going on. The pleasure of sleep. Uh, to know a woman, to lay with a woman is how you have sex, and it's what same thing that Joseph did, same thing that every other man in through our history has done to have a baby. And Yahweh is no exception, because he came through the flesh, and the only way he come through the flesh is through this way. It's Genesis chapter 24, verse 67. Because in Isaac brought her into his mother's, and Isaac brought her into his mother's Sarah's tent, and took Rebecca, took her in the tent, took her in the tent and took Rebecca, and she became his wife. So simple as that. Once you become one flesh, you have your own. You leave your mother and father, and you have your own tent with your woman to make her a public example, and that's how I usually will go in the days of old. And it says, and took Rebecca, and she became his wife. And he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Nonetheless, just going into uh, sex. Simple as that, man. Uh, Joseph and Mary laid with one another, and with the pleasure of sleep, then came a baby, and that baby that was in Mary's womb was Yahweh the Messiah. It wasn't just sent down. That would take away from the sacrifice, from the point. Yahweh was in the flesh. He cried. He wasn't just beamed in the belly. He was preordained, made a little lower than the angel, and he was actually in the flesh. He could feel what we feel. You know, and he felt everything we felt. He went through everything for us. And so yeah, you can't take away from that. So yeah, man. So Yahweh that was edifying little lesson. And with that, I want to say shalom.